Hi, I'm Breanna, and we are here going to give you our version of a moon ritual. I'm going to start with some asana, and then Mandy is going to take over with a reflection practice.
I'm Mandy. I'm a student of Jyotish, and the moon is giving energy for getting to the root of things, in between the material world and the spiritual world, letting go of that which is not us, that's not truly us, and moving towards that which is our true self, which I think yoga does a great job at helping us get to the root of who we really are. And I'm really excited because our first recording of these moon rituals is Bree's birthday. So happy birthday to Bree. It's a special day, and I'm so excited to be celebrating your solar return with the moon ritual.
I'm very excited too to do this with you, as we always do, and to share it with everyone else. So we'll just get started. So I'm just going to have everyone sit in a comfortable seat, whether that's on the floor or in a chair, and you can close your eyes and just start to come inside your body, ground down into the floor, feeling all parts of the body that are touching the floor. And then just working your way up the rest of the body, feeling any parts of the body that are touching the legs, and grounding down up towards your hips and your spine, and up into the shoulders, grounding down from the shoulders towards the elbows, towards the hands and the fingers, and then coming up to the top of your head. Allow the energy from the top of your head, maybe even the energy in your mind, bring it down your whole body and allow it to release into the ground, into the earth. With each breath, inhaling your entire body and exhaling it down, releasing what you need to release down to the earth. And then, if it feels right, you can bring your hands to heart center. And then you can slowly open your eyes. And we're actually going to start our asana practice in standing. You'd like to stand. Okay, so we're going to start with some circulation, moving of the body to get the circulation going. So you can start by pumping your fingers by your sides and then bringing them out and then all the way up towards the ceiling. Keep pumping the hands. Allow the blood to rush down your arms into your heart. And then we're going to take a few deep breaths where we bring the arms up. And then as you exhale, you're going to release it down into the ground. Okay. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And one more inhale, exhale. Good. And then we're just going to swing those arms and allow yourself to take any swinging that feels right for your body. So I like to go in circles like this and let my arms kind of hit the sides of my ribs, into my low back, up into the kidneys. And if you want, you can bring the arms up and then just let them flail. Bringing the energy kind of up. And then take one more deep inhale and bring the arms all the way up toward the ceiling. And exhale slowly down, bringing the arms to your sides. You could close your eyes if you'd like and come into a still mountain pose. And again, feeling the parts of your body that are touching the ground, probably your feet. And use the breath to inhale towards the top of your head. And then exhale the energy down towards the ground and into the earth. And then when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open. And next we're gonna take I guess let's take a crescent moon actually. So you're gonna step forward to a lunge and then bring your arms up towards the ceiling. And just hold here for a couple breaths. Really paying attention to the inhale, awareness of your whole body, and then exhaling the energy back down towards the ground, allowing it to support you in this position. And on your next exhale, you're going to bring your hands down to your heart and then twist towards the side that's your front leg is. So if it's your right leg in front, twist to the right. And you can bring your elbow onto your knee to support the twist. And then again, we're going to take a few breaths here and just allow the energy to kind of rise, allowing the earth to support your legs up, and then allowing your elbow to support you along your knee to support the twist to the right. And then on your next exhale, you can bring the arms back up, pushing into that front leg. And then exhale down, and we're just going to go into a downward dog for 4 or 5 breaths. And again, while you're here, just really feeling the earth with whichever parts of your body are touching, probably the hands and the feet. And then go ahead and bring the opposite foot forward and come up into another crescent lunge. And again, notice your feet being supported by the earth. Maybe noticing any differences on one side or the other. And then on your next exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. And again, twist towards the front leg. And you can support, again, your elbow against your knee. And then you can even allow yourself to come into your breath, inhaling all sensations in your body and exhaling them down towards the ground, down into the earth. And on your next exhale, we'll push up with that front leg, up into crescent, and then back down to downward dog. Notice how the support of the earth shifts, with more of your body touching the ground. And then you can touch your knees down. We're going to do one more twist. So in tabletop, we're going to take thread the needle. So let's reach the right arm out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, reach that arm under the opposite arm. You can bring your head down to the ground if that feels comfortable. And you can stay here, and the hand that is on the ground, you can push that to strengthen your twist. And again, notice all the parts of your body touching the ground and allow it to be supported by the earth. And on your next exhale, push down to rise that arm back up towards the ceiling. And take one more deep inhale and exhale down to the ground, preparing for the opposite side. And when you're ready, inhale that left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring it down under the opposite arm. Allow your head to rest down. And again, allow your right arm, the one with the hand against the earth, allow it to strengthen your twist. And when you're ready, on the exhale, push into your right hand. Move that arm up towards the ceiling. And take a deep breath in. Then exhale down to tabletop. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale down into child's pose. And in child's pose, again, Allow yourself to notice all parts of your body touching the ground, the fronts of your arms, maybe your forehead, your shins, and allow yourself to relax down into the ground, into the earth. And you can imagine again that you're inhaling your entire awareness of your body and exhaling anything that you need to let go down into the earth. And when you feel ready, you can slowly bring yourself up into sitting on your heels. And then we'll just close our eyes one more time. Allow yourself to get grounded. Allow yourself to feel any differences in your body from when we began and where we are now. And when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open. Come back to us on screen.
Thank you, Bree, for that very embodying practice. I felt myself drop down a couple notches on stress. So, really appreciate it. So, we've been doing these moon rituals all year long, and we felt like we should start recording them. We're both yoga therapists, and we really wanted to share the message of healing. And so, each month, twice a month, on the full moon and the new moon, we come together and share in a ritual to help align ourselves with our highest purpose or our highest self to come into connection. So today's activity, we'll do a short activity. And for this activity, you may want sticky notes if you have them, a notebook. If you don't have sticky notes, you could get just pieces of paper and cut them up. So I'll give you a few moments to do that. You're cutting up. You could just use some old paper and cut them up in just little squares. Nothing Nothing fancy. I'll be using the whiteboard behind me, so I'll use sticky notes and the whiteboard pen, but you could use your notebook. All right, so coming back to the root of ourselves, what is underneath all of the things that we do and the people that we are all day long. And so, one thing we learn in yoga, you have to bear with me in my drawing here. One thing we learn in yoga is how to uncover our true self, and that it's really a process of subtraction rather than doing more, adding more, being more. I need to add in this yogic lifestyle, and it's just not the case. We actually want to pare back what we've covered ourselves with, all the colorings our teacher would say, and we can get a visual of that with our sticky notes. So Draw yourself on your notebook if you haven't already, and it can be anything that represents you, a stick figure like I've got here, or a star, something. And with each sticky note, I want you to write down a role that you play. And it could be just this month. We don't need to look at our entire life scope for a moon ritual, but maybe think about over the last couple weeks, what are some of the roles you've played? And I'll give you some time to do that. Maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Doesn't just have to be roles that you've played, it can be actions that you've taken or ways that you see yourself. Maybe about 2 more minutes on this exercise. Try not to strive, but let the next few just come to you. Maybe about 30 more seconds or finish your current thought. I think sometimes these roles or even expectations we put of ourselves get in the way of just being. Um, I'll pause here for breeze, insights, or thoughts, anything that came to you or anything that you want to know of my board.
Yeah, I guess I would say my reflection is that once I think the roles were coming slowly, and then as I kept going, I just kept realizing how much I do. There's a lot written here, and I think I see over there, there's a lot written on yours too, and um, yeah, it kind of feels a little overwhelming and almost like, just that I can see only maybe two of the roles up front, and then the others are kind of hidden behind there. But so I don't know where I'm going with that, but definitely noticing a lot of congestion building in my throat, and um my heart feels a little bit heavy, like looking at all the things covering up my face.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't see. That makes me palpitate too. I can't see forward when all of these things that I have to do, these people I have to please or be something for, whether that's our job, our family, like it can start to feel suffocating and we forget who we are, how to take care of ourselves, the what's underneath. One thing I'll plug, I mentioned we're both yoga therapists and the process of yoga as subtraction and yoga therapy is one process of releasing these roles or these expectations so that we can let our true self shine through to feel more like ourselves. It doesn't mean these roles, it doesn't, I have daughter on here and wife, those roles aren't going to go away, but they become a role that I play and not who I am.
Yeah, I think that probably we identify too much with our roles. And I think part of why yoga is so important to me is that it helps to remind me that I am all of this, but I am also none of it. And that there's a balance. And I guess my point is that yoga helps me see that I actually don't need to be any of these things to be here. I'm just here, and I am grateful for all of this because I think there's lessons in every role that we play. But I think I'm most grateful just to be here uh, to experience it all.
What I heard you say, to paraphrase, is that you're inherently worth being here with or without those roles. And yoga has helped you feel that like inherent worth of just being able to human being, like you can be, not human doer, or you don't have to do all these things to be worthy of chilling on earth.
Well put.
Yeah. Yeah. So the full moon is about releasing. It's a time to release that which is no longer serving us. And this full moon that's upon us, I think it's a great time to take a look at some of these roles or expectations that these roles impart on us or self pressure that we feel in these roles, and to take a piece of that to step back from, to just witness how if you can have less control or need to play that role, a little, yoga calls it aparigraha, a little less grasping of that role, and just see how it begins to play out in your life and flow. Bree, do you have anything else to add?
Well, I did have an idea that um, maybe we could spend a little time releasing in a different way than we did before. Just taking a comfortable position and um, allowing for some of this to kind of seep in. So, first of all, I think that I'd like to uh, piggyback off of your activity. And so start how we are, or maybe you could face your sticky notes and So just coming back into your body, I want you to look at the sticky notes and just notice any sensations. I had mentioned the kind of tightness in my throat and my chest. So I'm just going to take a few deep breaths into those sensations. And then I want you to slowly take each sticky note off one at a time. And maybe again, kind of, you could pay attention to each word that you wrote down, remembering that each is a part of you, each kind of represents a different part of you. And then once you get to the end, you can just kind of put all those sticky notes to the side and take a look at your drawing. And again, notice how your body feels. Notice any changes and whatever, even if nothing's changed, just take a few more deep breaths into the sensations in your body. And then we'll transition into whatever Shavasana position feels right for you right now. So you can take a classic Shavasana corpse pose where you just lay flat on the ground. I'm going to add a couple blankets under my knees to give them a little more support. And you can have your hands wherever feels comfortable. I'm going to have mine on my belly. You can put them face down towards the ground on either side of you for more grounding, or you can bring the palms up if you feel like you'd rather receive energy from above. And then once again, notice all parts of your body that are touching the ground. And we're just going to take a few minutes, maybe for these first rounds of breath, 4 or 5 breaths. Take a deeper inhale, noticing all the parts of your body, noticing all sensations. And then take some deeper exhales, allowing yourself to fully push the breath out of your lungs while you let whatever needs to go down towards the earth. You could imagine all those roles that you just wrote down. And then you can imagine those roles going down, leaving just for now, allowing the earth to take any energy from those roles that you need to discard, let go of. And then just allow your body to breathe you for these last few minutes. No need to control the breath anymore. No need to control your thought. No need to think about anything releasing down and just rather allowing yourself to be here. Allow your body to do the releasing for you. And if any thoughts pop up, any feelings, anything at all, just allow it to be there with you and allow it to fall away. And just for one last minute, allow yourself to be here, letting go, allowing your body to let go of what's not needed, knowing that you actually don't have to do anything, but just be here. Just be here. And when you feel ready, you can start to bring yourself back into your room and you wiggle your toes and your fingers. You take some of circles of your ankles a bit. And then slowly bring yourself back up. And let you roll over and push yourself up. And on the time you can bring your hands to heart center. Thank you everyone for joining us today for our moon ritual. We hope that it has helped you as much as it helps us.
If you would like us to continue with these moon rituals, hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you next time.
You can subscribe.
Hell yeah.